It's time to learn a little bit about how do you go into some of these careers, and what better place to learn about this than one of the state leaders in training up tomorrow's next manufacturers, supervisors, engineers, and production, as well as welders, Ozark Technical Community College. Let's find out a little bit more about OTC in Springfield,
Jeff Houghton at OTC here at the Robert W. Plaster Center for Advanced Manufacturing, brand new building. I'm gonna go have a look around. Join me. Check it out. It's Robert Randolph, the executive director of the whole place.
Welcome, Jeff.
This is beautiful.
Thank you.
I mean, it's like awe-inspiring.
We've designed the facility to be toured, and we want to make it a showcase for advanced manufacturing. So I'm happy to have you here, and I can't wait to show you around.
So what's this area here?
So this is our assembly stair. The reason we implemented this was kind of twofold. First, we had to have some space for students to hang out between classes, and this is a great space for that. But also, because we want this center to be a field trip destination, we need a first stop for a busload of fifth graders. This is a great first stop.
Tell me about this. What is this cool thing in the middle here?
So this is our kind of our feature aspect. This is Micah, which is a robot that is programmed to be interactive for those students that we're targeting, to give them an idea of what automation and robotics will do from a manufacturing standpoint. So in this area, you actually get to make something and test it out. So if you want to, grab one of these.
Okay.
You are building a fidget spinner.
These are brass knuckles. No?
Nope, that is a fidget spinner body.
Fidget spinner.
These are actually made in our machine shop here on campus.
This is a 3D architectural model, okay? And it's a house, and it has multi-levels. It has some exterior stuff, so you can walk around on the outside. It's got some people in it.
She looks disappointed in me, and legitimately looks like my wife. And those two things
Okay, so now this one, you're
often
not
go
going to use
together.
the trigger, but the
Okay.
stop button. There you go.
I'm underground. This is what
You're in the ground.
this is what worms see.
Yep.
Okay. Going back down to the disappointed wife walkway.
So we're actually looking at 30,000 square feet of real manufacturing shop space where we're also doing training.
This then for that student, maybe they probably don't have any background in this. They come in here for the first time, get their education, move on to a job, and it feels familiar.
Right.
I've never heard of a cabling lab. Will you start with me with that? What's a cabling lab?
Absolutely. So these rooms are configured to teach our students how to cable up like an office building or a building much like this one. One of the tools that we use in cabling class is fish tape. What you're going to do is just reel it in just like you're fishing. Keep it going, and there it is.
Oh, it's a bass.
These cables are now ready to terminate in a jack just like this, and then ready to connect to computers for a reliable and fast connection.
OTC always has an eye towards the student, towards the community.
Right.
What does this lab in particular do for students?
For students in particular, just teaching them about rapid prototyping and about additive manufacturing. A lot of times you say 3D printing and people are like, oh, I don't know how to do that. But it's, a lot easier than most people think.
I bet all these people that do this don't have any trouble at like parties being like,
exactly, yeah.
yeah, I do some pretty cool stuff.
Right, right.
We're down here in the Gene Haas Precision Machining Lab. We've got some great things to show to you today. I think actually let you operate some of this, so don't break anything.
Big mistake.
You actually want to drop that piece of aluminum on this conveyor belt here. It will feed through this automation system and hit a sensor at the end. It'll tell the robot to take the part, stick it inside the vise. The robot controller will actually close the vise and start taking off and machining it apart. So we start with that block of material you stuck in the machine, and we cut it down into a finished product. There you go.
Do I get to say I made it? What did I do? I just put it on there. I made it.
I hope that you've enjoyed your tour here at the Plaster Manufacturing Center today.
It's absolutely amazing. Like, I like it. My kids would like to come by. And I like it for the community as well.
It's been an honor having you today.
Yeah, come on out. Check out the Robert W. Plaster Center for Advanced Manufacturing at OTC. It's pretty amazing.
There you go. You saw where some of the cutting edge technology is meeting your educational future. And with us today is Robert Randolph, Executive Director of the Plaster Advanced Manufacturing Center. Robert, welcome to Manufacturing Day. Great to see you in the Zoom.
Well, hello. Good afternoon. Thanks for having me. I'm so happy to get to join this Zoom today. So happy there's so many students Zooming in. I get to share about what we just witnessed on that video, and it's always a great way to kick off a presentation. The revolutionary new Robert W. Plaster Center for Advanced Manufacturing. As you can see in the video, this is truly a one-of-a-kind center of excellence dedicated to all advanced manufacturing and related technological training. It's a new model for the state of Missouri, so it's the first of its kind, and it's truly bringing the latest and greatest advanced manufacturing training right here to our home state. Very exciting. It's brand new. We opened up just over 1 year ago, and it's the largest building that OTC's ever built at 120,000 square feet. So by comparison, the average home size in the US is about 2,000 square feet. So for anybody doing some quick calculations, it's about 60 of those homes crammed together in one massive training center. This thing is huge. And as you can see in the video, that's for good reason. We've got a lot of awesome labs and classrooms, and we've got 30,000 square feet of real manufacturing high bay space right here on site. So that manufacturing space is used for multiple purposes. We've got our business partners operating in that space, running a real manufacturing operation, but we also use it for our own hands-on training. And as you can see in the slide in front of us, this is a very modern facility. It's designed not just to function as a world-class training center, but it's really designed to look like one. We wanted this building when we were building it and designing it to really speak to advanced manufacturing and what a career in manufacturing can look like today. I came from manufacturing for this project. I'm very passionate about it and can't wait to showcase more of it. Looking at this view of our center, you can see we have lots of glass. We've got lots of natural daylight coming into the center and bright open spaces. We've got some great views into our student plaza, which is just showing here in the front of this picture, where we've got some awesome places to hang out in between before and after classes when the weather is nice. Today it's perfect. When the weather cools off a little bit, we've got some fire pits out there too. So a little bit of something for everybody here at the Plaster Manufacturing Center. Next slide, please. So this is actually the view that our local community sees of our new center. This is technically the back of the building, but it sits at the corner of two very busy streets here in Springfield, Missouri, and really provides a showcase entrance to our campus. It's the new cornerstone for our campus, and gives us great access right to those busy streets. And we've actually got semi-truck access to this facility. Great asset for our business partners. And it's also really handy for us when we're bringing large industrial equipment into the facility to do our training. So next slide. All right, this slide's a little bit wordy. Don't try to read it, but the gist of this is we've got a multitude of degree programs here for you to be able to get your start in a great career in manufacturing or technology. But in addition to those degree programs, we've got a wide variety of what we call workforce training programs. Workforce training is actually more focused on people that have already entered their careers and are coming back and looking for more training, maybe to help them advance in their careers. Today, I'd like to go through the more traditional degree programs with you. So next slide. As we go through these different degree programs, I'll just note, you'll see the name of each program, a sample of a few different career opportunities available for graduates of each program, and then also the median salary in the state of Missouri for those types of careers. We're kicking it off here with automation and robotics. This is our newest program. It's super exciting. Training students in the very high-tech end of manufacturing, PLC programming, troubleshooting, robotics programming. And as you can see, a very healthy median salary for the state of Missouri. Interestingly enough, this program is being funded by the National Science Foundation. They actually are contributing to help start this program up because of such a need in our area and in the state of Missouri. So really great place to start in the high-tech end of manufacturing. Next slide, please. So if software and programming is more to your liking, we have several degree options available in computer information science. Some of the specialty options available in this degree program are video game development, web development, and computer programmers. So some pretty exciting opportunities. These are great for transfer pathways for people that are looking to transfer into a four-year degree as well. And as you can see, it's the kickoff of a very lucrative career. Next slide, please. Another great new program for us is cybersecurity. This one's just 1 year older than our new automation and robotics program, so still very new. We've started to see some graduates from this program. At only 2 years old, we already have over 100 students in this program. It's a booming field and industry. It's booming here at OTC. Great field to enroll in, and then you can see the salary outcomes are pretty impressive with this program as well. Next program. Thank you. This is one I'm really excited to tell you about is our drafting and design program. If you love design, this program is for you. You're going to learn to use Autodesk software. You'll get to study in mechanical as well as architectural design. And a nice aspect about this program is that it can be completed mostly online or remotely with our new hybrid scheduling that we've implemented inside of this degree program. You can't attend the entire program online. You still have to check into each class occasionally, but it does offer a great degree of flexibility for students that are looking to work and go to school at the same time. A great entryway into a manufacturing career. Next slide, please. For those that are interested in information technology, IT, you love computers, but you also maybe love to work with your hands, information technology infrastructure is the degree program for you. This is the hands-on portion of IT, where students are going to learn to make cables, set up networks, install servers, things like that, plenty more. We saw in the video, we actually get to use fish tape and catch a network cable as we're running these networks. One of my favorite parts during the semester is when we see students on ladders running networks through the different cable trays, setting up, making connections, and they'll take that all down before the semester's over. It's a really fun program, really hands-on portion of IT. Next slide, please. Manufacturing technology is what we call a cross-disciplinary degree that allows students to create more of a personalized pathway and course of study. We currently have 44 students in this program. Most of those are already employed in the manufacturing industry, and they're working closely with their employers to customize their degree to get the right skill sets to help them advance in their career path. Next slide, please. Okay, I've been listening throughout the day, and we've heard from several companies about machine repair technicians, machine technicians, mechanics. This degree program is called mechatronics. This is where you get your start, right here at OTC. Students in the mechatronics program are going to study industrial electricity, hydraulics, or what we call fluid power, maintenance and repair, much, much more. This is a very basic skill set that's going to help you advance in the industrial repair and maintenance field. We currently have 62 students in this program, and it is still growing. There's lots more room for growth, so we would love to see you enroll in this. And there's continual growing demand throughout the state for industrial mechanics. Next slide, please. Lastly, if you like to solve puzzles, if you're a problem solver, if you like to work with your hands, maybe you've worked on tractors or motorcycles or cars or boats, and you really enjoy putting things together, taking them apart, finding what's wrong, the precision machining technology program may be the one for you. This is actually precision cutting of metal parts. So in this program, students are going to learn to set up and operate manual and CNC machinery. CNC is computer numeric control. They're going to use CAD. They're going to use CAM. CAM is computer-aided manufacturing. They're really learning start to finish how to make those very critical components that make an engine run in a reliable fashion, or a transmission run, or really any critical part on a large technical assembly. Great career opportunities and much needed in our area as well as statewide. Next slide, please. So we're not just all about business. We like to have a lot of fun here at the Placer Manufacturing Center. We've been offering some summer camps in the recent years. This first one that we're showing is our Advanced Manufacturing Summer Camp. It's a week-long hands-on experience for students grades 7 through 10, where they will get to design, machine, weld, and wire their very own lamps. In addition to their lamps, they actually get to take some fun factory tours of our local industry. So they get a broad overview, get some fun hands-on experience, and maybe help them decide later on in life which pathway is right for them. Next slide, please. With the launch of our new automation and robotics program, we decided to duplicate our manufacturing camp from an automation perspective. So we created a second camp. It's a week-long experience where students will make network cables, build PCs, build robots, program robots, and we wrap it all up with a big competition at the end of the week. It's a whole lot of fun. If one of those camps interests you, reach out about the beginning of the next of summertime, and we would love to have you here for our manufacturing summer camps. Next slide, please. I really can't do the entire facility justice just by talking to you, showing you slides, and even showing you that video. I would love to invite you and your entire class here for a tour, for a field trip. Just email tour@otc.edu. Ask for a tour of the Plaster Manufacturing Center. We've got some really fun hands-on activities planned for you, and we can't wait to see you here and show you the next steps on your career. I think that wraps it up for me. I believe we can open it up for questions now if we have any.
Hey, thanks, Robert. I really appreciate that. Great overview. You mentioned about tours. We actually have Chillicothe High School wants to know, do you do any, it's a little bit of a stretch for them all the way up in Chillicothe in northern Missouri, but do you have any virtual interaction options that maybe you could set up for a small group of students over there?
It's not something that we've done yet, but I will work on that. If you can email me, we can work on something for that.
Yeah, maybe a more in-depth presentation, even a walking tour. We've seen that sometimes with just taking out your phone and doing some walking tour.
You know, I've done that for the college while we were under construction. This was a really big project for OTC, and I did that walking tour live for the entire college audience during one of our development days. So I would be happy to arrange something like that.
There you go, Ms. Joko. You're going to expect a call from Robert. She also wanted to know, students are learning how to use 3D modeling via Onshape. If you've heard of that software, is it good to use? Does it line up to some of the other programs that you may have there at OTC? It is a cheap public option for schools.
I haven't actually used that particular software, but I will say that just generally speaking, most of the design and modeling concepts transfer well from one software to another. My personal experience is even if you become very proficient with, say, SolidWorks, utilizing Autodesk Inventor really is about learning where the different buttons are. I would assume we're going to experience something pretty similar with, was it Onshape? One thing I'll note though, and it may be worth investigating if you can, Autodesk software is free for educators. That is a big portion of why we use Autodesk in our drafting and design program. We also utilize it in our precision machining program. They have a great program for education.
Hey, thanks for the tip. We'll pass it along, put it in the resources as well. One final question we're getting is, where is the building located near OTC? It's right on the campus, isn't it?
That's correct. We're on the Springfield campus right here in the heart of Springfield, Missouri. We are literally on the intersection of Chestnut Expressway and National Avenue. So if you can locate the Springfield campus, you can find the big metal building. Fantastic. I will be happy to send directions for anybody that wants to email about a tour.
Absolutely. Drop it over to me and we'll get that over to the group so they can have that. You know, one of the things that I really keyed in when I was down there, and I only just had a very, quick impromptu tour, I saw a lot of industry partners that were actually coming and going at the facility. And I think that's maybe a testament to what you've developed there, is you do have a lot of direct engagement with industry.
We do. We utilize a corporate advisory board. So local industry leaders really helped design this building with us. This was not OTC on our own. Our industry has been very involved and very engaged from the start of this project. They literally helped with the design. They helped us with funding as well. They contributed significantly to helping fund the creation of this center. So we lean on our industry heavily. We want this to be a big joint effort. This is not just an OTC project, but a Southwest Missouri and the entire state of Missouri effort.
Absolutely. And that's why you're part of Missouri Manufacturing Day, to showcase the best and the most available training program that we have in the state of Missouri right now at OTC. Thank you so much, Robert, for coming in for Manufacturing Day 2023.
Thanks so much for having me.